Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam, pangum langhayate girim. Yat kripatamaham mande Shri Gurum Deenatarinam. Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Thank you, Akshay Goswami. And also I want to express my deep gratitude to Vrinda Maharani Mataji. It's actually, it's quite peculiar. I mean, it's kind of unique situation because Anadi Jagannath Prabhu, from last December onwards, he was telling me to come and speak at this Throwback Thursday. But I had many other assignments and there was a little bit busy and hectic schedule and I kept postponing it. Then he was here in, I don't remember clearly, but maybe January or February, and he visited me in the office and also again requested that, you know, somehow I should make some time. So I told him I will do it in April or May sometime, but again it didn't work out. I was traveling out of India, and as when I was free, Prabhu had already scheduled some other people, so it didn't work out. And of course, it was very sad that I couldn't honor his request when he was here. But before I start speaking about Guru Maharaj, I really want to, you know, express my gratitude to Anadi Jagannath Prabhu, because in the little time that I had association with him, you know, his enthusiasm, his humility, and his just so much love for Guru Maharaj was very, not only inspiring, very infective also. I probably had, you know, 3-4 meetings with him, calls and direct meetings. But it was so nice to just meet somebody like this who was so enthusiastic, who had so much love, not just for Guru Maharaj, but for all the devotees. So I feel very thankful to the Lord that, you know, in a short life, I somehow got the association and I could take some inspiration from him. So I'm deeply grateful to the Lord and to Prabhu. And I've also Vrinda Maharani Mataji to give me this opportunity. I said at least I should somehow, you know, keep up my word of doing this program. So with my deep gratitude and seeking all the blessings of all the wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis here, I will start some little bit glorification, whatever I can. I love to give class on Srimad Bhagavatam. I would never miss a chance if somebody offered me. But I always am nervous about, you know, because after all, we are all, at least I'm not so well versed or learned or anything. So it's by the mercy of the Guru and Vaishnavas that we are able to speak something. So I would always depend on that somehow the Lord will give us the words to speak. So whether we're glorifying the book Bhagavatam or the person Bhagavatam, you know, that situation is always the same, some little amount of nervousness. Anyway, I'm very honored and very, very grateful, because this is such a every opportunity we have to glorify the book Bhagavatam or the person Bhagavatam is so purifying for all of us. We see that Parikshit Maharaj was hearing Bhagavatam for the last 7 days of his life. So whether we are hearing or speaking the glories of the Lord and his devotees, it's all the same. And it's more important for us to always engage in this kind of glorification, because we don't know when our last moment it is going to be. So the more and more we engage in glorifying the Lord, glorifying the devotees of the Lord, appreciating the devotees of the Lord, it's very much purifying and very much elevating our consciousness. So I'm very, I would say I'm very, 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 very fortunate that somehow I got this seed of bhakti from Guru Maharaj. We're all not, at least I'm not so qualified, but I had really very wonderful moments in my Krishna conscious life, and I'm very much grateful to Guru Maharaj for this. So I would like to start with sharing my first meeting with Guru Maharaj. So we met devotees in Sharjah in the year 1997, and it was that was a time when Bhakti Vrikshas were flourishing. So my Shiksha Guru, within like a month of us joining, he said you should start a Bhakti Vriksha. So we were just like clueless how to go about doing this. So he said, no, just call people home and take the Bhagavad Gita and just read it. And we had no clue of what was Bhagavad Gita, even though we are all from India. We have some vague idea of what is Bhagavad Gita. So anyway, he said, you have to just start. So this was sometime in June or July, and within, I think, January or something, Guru Maharaj visited. So when they knew that Guru Maharaj was going to visit, in December, they told us that you should write the exam for initiation. Because by July, both my husband and I, we started chanting 16 rounds. So they said 6 months will be done by the time Guru Maharaj comes. So you should write the exam. And we had no idea, the exam that was there. So much of knowledge we need to have to write the exam. Anyway, we did some little bit studying and we wrote the exam, and our Shiksha Gurus were very happy to recommend us. So when Guru Maharaj came, and then he spoke to us, and then he asked, how long is it since you started chanting? So we said from July. So then he said, okay, we'll wait, and next time when I come, I'll initiate you. So it was both disappointing as well as very encouraging in terms of, we understood that, okay, 6 months is too fast, and we were also not really confident to take that step. Anyway, but unfortunately, after that, Guru Maharaj came to Dubai only around 99. So almost 1.5 years, he never came to Sharjah. So that was a long wait. But anyway, we were very happy to, get really qualified before Guru Maharaj accepts us. So in 1999, May, Guru Maharaj came, and from the very first meeting Guru Maharaj had, like the first time he saw us, he just asked Saukhyama in Tamil. So that, straight away was just hit us that Guru Maharaj just didn't know. He just by seeing, he spoke in Tamil to us. So it was very exciting to know that, Guru Maharaj recognized us and spoke to us. And the first day when he was there, he arrived very late in the morning and in the evening, and then we were all making dinner, helping my Shiksha Guru to get dinner ready for Guru Maharaj. And it was very late, almost 10 o'clock at night. So my husband had to leave because my daughter was very young at that time. So he said he would go home and I would come back later on after serving Guru Maharaj. So we finished serving and it was almost 12 o'clock when Guru Maharaj finished. And then each of us, we all went to take leave from Guru Maharaj. And it was surprising that Guru Maharaj looked at me and he said, "How are you going to go home? Your husband is gone already." So that was like very surprising to me. First time Guru Maharaj is seeing, but so much detail he takes care of. So then I said, the other devotees are there, we're all going together. So he said, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yes, Guru Maharaj, there are many other devotees, so we'll go back." So it was very touching that Guru Maharaj, minute details somewhere which we would not actually think of, but so much care that the care that to detail that he gives is very, very, very inspiring. And then anyway, after 1.5 years, he came and we got initiated. And we were in Shamadesh, as you mentioned, we were in Sharjah. And then as the yatra grew, we started moving out to different places in Dubai itself, and we were preaching. So we moved to Dubai, and there was one area called Vises, and we was preaching there. There were very few families, about 5 or 6 families who started off, but then we used to have programs at home, and then slowly we built up, and then once Guru Maharaj came to visit, and he came to one of the houses where we used to have the program. It was like a small ashram, and we used to have programs there, and it was really crowded. The place was getting really crowded, meaning that we used to have like 120 people or so in just a normal hall that any house would have. So it was really packed. And my prabhu mentioned to Guru Maharaj that that this place is becoming small for us. So please bless us so that we could get a bigger place. So then Guru Maharaj in the class, he mentioned that I'm very glad that you people are bursting out of this place. That means the congregation is growing nicely. So he mentioned that Ramananda Prabhu is asking for blessing. So I hope you will get a bigger place too. And that's the mercy of a pure devotee. Within a few months, it so happened that the owner of the flat asked us to vacate. So it's a very wonderful pastime because I think we were not making efforts to look for a bigger place, but the Lord made arrangements to see that we were supposed to be kicked out of that place, and we had to go and look for a bigger place. There was no choice. So we were like a little bit maybe just complacent that we've got a place. We want a bigger place, but we never really made an effort. But this was a nice thing. So we were shocked. We said, "Oh my God, now if we have to get out of this place, what do we do?" And then we started hunting. And we had no hope because in Dubai and all, it's very difficult to get places to preach. But again, mercy of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And actually, that was the time when Guru Maharaj gave the name Gaurangadesh. So by the mercy of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, we got a nice school. They had a big hall tucked inside the school somewhere where you can make enough noise. Because many places in Dubai, even if you have programs, you have to be a little bit low on the volume and not make too much noise and all that. But it was very nice that hall was tucked away back side somewhere, and we could just do kirtans like without any control, and it was very. We were all very happy because that gave us so much life. Everybody in our yatra was very fond of Kirtan, and this gave us an opportunity to really every week have nice Kirtan for 1 hour, and we had a nice place to distribute prasadam. We could even have cultural programs, all the festivals. It was a very big hall, like 400, 500 people could sit in that hall. So it was very nice, So this is like small mercies when Guru Maharaj comes and sees, uh, the service that is going on. He immediately showers little mercy on us. So it was very nice. And of course, before this, I really got the opportunity of serving Guru Maharaj many times, especially with Prashad. So we had some very good training from my Shiksha Gurus, and then myself and a few of my god sisters, we all became like the main cooks for Guru Maharaj. But it was a very challenging task. We learned many things in cooking that we never knew. Because Guru Maharaj was not keeping very good health at that time itself. From 99, he had blood pressure problems and diabetes and all that. So there was lot of restriction. Like we could use just 1 tablespoon of oil or ghee per day, and then salt was also very minimal. And no sugar at all. So we had to find recipes how to make sweets without sugar using dry fruits. So it was fun in one way because we learned so many things, so many dishes, and I'm very grateful to one of my god sisters. She's a very wonderful cook. So she used to churn up so many recipes. And then this 1 tablespoon of ghee, using it for Guru Maharaj. It was very fun in many ways, but very challenging also, because Guru Maharaj would also ask when we are eating, when he's eating, how much ghee did you use, how much salt did you use. So it was fun, and it was a very great opportunity to have such close association with Guru Maharaj, and he would appreciate, even though I know many a time things may not have been the way he wanted, but he was always very appreciative, very encouraging, and he would just make us feel very, very nice after having done the service. I remember once when he came to my house, he stayed over for a day in my house, and in the evening we made Italian dinner for Guru Maharaj. And so I had made some baked zucchini or something like that. So when he was eating, he called for that, who has made this? So everybody, just said that Saci Janani Mataji made it. So he came and he said, I'm not supposed to have too much salt, but I can have spices. There's no restriction on spices. So then I said, oh, is the spice not enough, Guru Maharaj? So he said, yeah, the spice is a little less, it would be a little bit more. And then, and then I think my face became a little bit, I was showing some sadness in my face maybe. So immediately he said, but the BQ is very high. So I didn't know what BQ was, and I got even more nervous because I was thinking there's something else that I did which is wrong. So I just looked at him. So he said, do you know what is BQ? So I said, no, Guru Maharaj, I didn't understand. And he said, no, the Bhakti quotient is very high. And then I was like relieved, oh my God, this is... So I said, I don't think I have enough Bhakti that I have put into that, Guru Maharaj, but I'll keep this in mind, and I'll see that next time the spices are... so it's quite a challenge to cook for Guru Maharaj. Another time when he was in Dubai, actually he arrived from, I don't know, from US or something like that. And he was not keeping too well. His stomach was not too well. Um, but we had planned a whole South Indian menu, really huge menu we had planned. So the servants, so Guru Maharaj asked, so what are you all cooking? So we told him we are making a South Indian menu and all that. But once Guru Maharaj went to take rest, the servants came and told us that today nothing, you're not going to give him anything, only khichdi. So his stomach is really bad, you cannot give him anything. So we told Guru Maharaj that, we're cooking in this one, this vegetable, that vegetable and all that. So they were like, no, nothing doing, you can only cook. So then me and some of my god sisters, we were discussing how can we just give plain khichdi to Guru Maharaj. It's not, it's not possible. So what shall we do? So then we said, okay, we will make our, according to our conception, we will make what is good for his stomach. And then let's see what Guru Maharaj does. So we made some rasam, which is very mild on the stomach. And of course, we made the khichdi also as they had requested us. And we had made some other few light vegetables. So then when he came back, he woke up and he had a shower and all that. And then he said, okay, I'll have lunch. And then when I took just the khichdi to him, he said, what happened? What happened to the South Indian lunch? So then we said that we were asked not to cook. So he said, how can I just have plain khichdi? So then I said, Guru Maharaj, we made some rasam if you want. That'll also be light on your stomach, so you can have it. And unfortunately, I didn't make like a very large quantity, thinking that maybe Guru Maharaj will not. Of course, there was enough for Guru Maharaj too. So then he said, no, but I can't eat it with the khichdi. I need plain rice. So Guru Maharaj used to eat one brown rice kind of thing. So we had finished everything. We put everything and put a khichdi with it. So we said, Guru Maharaj, that your rice is not there now. It's only in this khichdi form. So then he said, no, I want white rice. With rasam, I will have white rice. And he was not supposed to eat white rice. So and then the servants are looking at us, we are looking at the servants, we don't know what's happening. Anyway, Guru Maharaj asked for white rice, so we had to bring, luckily we had some white rice. So we brought, and then he said, I will drink the rasam and then I will have rasam with rice. So he actually ate all of the rasam and the rice, and he would have probably eaten more. But anyway, the servants told him that no, you can just stop with this because your stomach is not doing good. So then he said, okay, again in the evening I will have rasam, and he really liked the rasam so much. So he said, I'll have rasam and rice again in the evening. So like this, it's very nice when we have some transcendental exchanges with Guru Maharaj. And especially when other devotees are also there, it's very nice. And as we did this in the earlier years, it was much easier. Later on, Guru Maharaj, the servants used to calculate everything, how many grams of rice, how many grams of dal, and what protein. And so that was really very, very challenging. We would all be so nervous. Nobody would want to go in front and say what we cooked, and everybody will be enthusiastic about cooking, but then when it comes to going and answering questions with Guru Maharaj, most people would say, no, we don't want to go. Because he will just make you sweat there. I mean, not that Guru Maharaj is doing it, but it was like he would ask, okay, how many grams of paneer you use? This much protein in paneer, this much protein in the, and this was like mind-boggling for all of us. So I would end up going and doing all the talking in front. So I don't know, by Krishna's mercy, somehow I got the courage to. But Guru Maharaj would ask, and he would be so observant. Once we served some dal, we had made some amount of dal, like he used to take some 60 grams of dal. So we would cook a little bit more, but he was given only 60 grams. So that time when he was eating, there was another god brother of ours who was also eating, and Guru Maharaj said, serve him the dal also, because it's very nice. So at the end of it, then he asked us, so have I eaten whatever I'm supposed to eat? And then we were just calculating and telling him everything. And then when it came to dal, we told him, he said, no, but you served so much of dal to that person. So my quota of dal, I might have not finished. So I still have some more protein to eat, like that. It was very, Guru Maharaj would be so observant and know exactly what he ate. But even though we were serving him with so much attention, we would sometimes not understand what is to be done. So it is very nice, these transcendental exchanges with. Of course, then we were there for many years till 2018, and then actually from 2014 we were somehow thinking of coming back, but just the congregation just kept us there. We didn't leave. Guru Maharaj also encouraged us to stay as long as we can. And then in 2018, we decided to move, and we were in Chennai while Guru Maharaj was there for his surgery. We were assisting in some small services there. And then in November of 2018, we moved to Mayapur. So actually we came with the intention or with the idea of doing something for devotee care, but there was no specific plan as such. And as soon as we came, within a few months, the office manager in JPS office wanted to resign and move out of Mayapur. So Prabhu and my name was proposed to take over from them. And I think we didn't really understand how much, how big this task is. We came here, we thought, okay, we have some office manager, something like that maybe. But when we joined and we started doing it, we can understand that it's such a huge, huge system to serve Guru Maharaj. We think Guru Maharaj is, he's got 50,000 people. But the vision that Guru Maharaj has, the desires that Guru Maharaj has, is so much humongous, it's not easy for us to even understand how to go about it, how to do something. But of course, in the last few years, I've understood that the more and more we surrender ourselves to Guru Maharaj, the more and more we understand his instructions, try to follow. We may not even follow the instructions, but even if we just attempt to follow what Guru Maharaj asks us to do, we can actually do many big things. So one of the most inspiring things for me in the last 2 years has been how Guru Maharaj wants to take care of all his disciples. It's unbelievable what his vision is about how to take care of his disciples. And he genuinely, I could understand from the few meetings that I had that how Guru Maharaj genuinely cares for every disciple. Sometimes we are thinking that, oh, Guru Maharaj doesn't care for me, or I'm not getting personal meeting with Guru Maharaj, and so we don't even know whether Guru Maharaj knows who I am. But it's not like that. Guru Maharaj genuinely cares. And he can actually care like how Krishna is caring for everybody. He's got not only just a desire, but he does it, and we are seeing it. I have seen from the last 2 years how Guru Maharaj is expanding this JPS care, and I found myself very inefficient and insufficient in terms of serving, because what he's thinking is obviously very large. I mean, we cannot fathom Guru Maharaj's vision also, but the efforts he's making, in spite of all the uh, difficulties that he undergoes, not just in terms of his own health, but even in terms of setting up such things. It's not easy because we are dealing with people. People have different levels of not only efficiency, but different levels of ego and different levels of anarthas. So many people, right? So dealing with all of that to set up something. But in all of this, Guru Maharaj's real aim is to keep everybody engaged in Krishna consciousness. That every one of us should be engaged so much that there is no space for Maya to enter our life. But like they say in Krishna is more keen on getting us back than the soul is keen on going back. Like that, Guru Maharaj is very anxious about how he's going to take every single soul back home, back to Godhead. Not only just the initiated devotees, but even all the living entities on this planet. He's thinking about everybody. But I don't know if we all think so much about going back home, back to Godhead. And we're all very fortunate that Guru Maharaj is who he is. If we simply follow him, like now we have the JPS app, you can literally follow Guru Maharaj every minute, every day, what he's doing, what his activities are. And he's setting an example for all of us. Even in his so much busy schedule, he does everything, including circumambulating Tulasi, or watering the Tulasi, seeing Mangalarti in the morning, chanting his rounds. And then we all know how much more activities Guru Maharaj has in terms of correspondence, meetings. Every day he's attending so many meetings. And he's spot on whenever we go. Sometimes we prepare for meetings and we go. We think we have everything set to show Guru Maharaj. But Guru Maharaj is faster than us. He's gone beyond what we are thinking of. So he'll come up with things that we have not thought of also. The ideas that he gives. And he's there present in every meeting, knowing that he may attend one meeting now and another meeting after this, but he's there present in full attention and concentration on that particular meeting. He will not miss any point here or there. After the meeting, sometimes we may say, oh, we didn't tell Guru Maharaj this, or we didn't, explain something. But Guru Maharaj has got everything he will cover all the points. And he doesn't like, slackness. Like if you're just slacking, he'll somehow push you and get you to do something. And that's mainly to keep all of us engaged in Krishna consciousness. We're all very actually fortunate to have such a spiritual master who's giving us practical, demonstration of how we should live our lives. He doesn't need to. For example, Guru Maharaj is doing Bhakti Vaibhav exam, Bhakti Shastri, whatever. He reading Bhagavatam every day. This is all not, but simply just to set an example for all of us. He's going out of his way beyond his capacity, I wouldn't say, when I'm saying beyond his capacity, there is no limit to Guru Maharaj's capacity. But considering his situation, he's showing us how that even in such a condition, we can do all of these things. So what to talk of all of us when we are all well and healthy. So I really feel that, seeing Guru Maharaj, seeing every day, hearing what he's doing, even that is enough, and just hearing him. And now of late, we are seeing that Guru Maharaj is emphasizing on reading Srila Prabhupada's books, following the four regulative principles, chanting our rounds. Just simple. I mean, it cannot get more sublime and simple. If we simply hear him, and he's giving everyday Chaitanya Leela class, that is so wonderful. I know many of us are not, at that time, we are not able to fit our schedules to hear, but I'm sure everybody is hearing after the day after, or at least after, whenever they get time, they're all hearing. So we are getting live Chaitanya Leela classes. This is like every day, and whether Guru Maharaj is sick, whatever happens, whether he has a meeting, whether it's something he reschedules, but he's there for the Chaitanya Leela class. It's amazing, and sometimes I think that we are not able to give time to hear his classes, but Guru Maharaj is on time, that whatever happens. Now, of course, he's traveling, so it's difficult because they have local programs and all that. But really, my message that I would like to give here is that Guru Maharaj is very, very anxious about all of us. So we should understand that he has an anxiety, and how each one of us on our, just for ourselves, we can alleviate his anxiety. And what we can do is just at least chant our rounds, follow regulative principles strictly, study the books of Srila Prabhupada every day. This is, Guru Maharaj is going on emphasizing in the last, I think 1 year, you must have heard in almost every lecture he's emphasizing this thing. So if we just do this, hear his classes, and then this means we are connected with Guru Maharaj. Because all this will ultimately lead to preaching, because when we are doing nice sadhana, we're reading, then we cannot stop preaching. And that's what Guru Maharaj wants, that we all preach and get more souls into Krishna consciousness. So if each of us can do our part of it, and then help few people around wherever we are, we'll be pleasing the Guru. And that's the ultimate goal of our Krishna conscious life, that if the Guru is pleased, then there is nothing else that we actually need to do in life. Guru is pleased, then our life is successful. And as we please Guru Maharaj, mercy automatically follows. We don't have to go and ask. One time we were there on the rooftop, so one devotee came asking, Guru Maharaj, please bless me. So Guru Maharaj said, what happened to the blessings that I already gave you? He was just joking, but still. So Guru Maharaj is giving us, all of us, he's given us all the empowerment, the mercy, the blessings, and every day he's praying for all of us. So our duty is to actually use that mercy and blessing and help Guru Maharaj, and that is the vow we take during initiation, that we will help Guru Maharaj. So if we can do that, we will be more, successful in our spiritual life. And especially with JPS care, this is what Guru Maharaj wants, that every disciple is connected to him. And we are slowly connecting with disciples, sending them Guru Maharaj's personal mail. And Guru Maharaj is, I'm not going to explain, but the system that Guru Maharaj is creating is basically to see that he himself can personally help all of them. all the disciples wherever necessary. Either directly from him or through the already given so many question answers Guru Maharaj is giving every day. Through that, if people can get help, or directly if there is a necessity for Guru Maharaj to interfere and take care of something, he's creating a setup like that so that he can do so. It's very amazing. It's mind-boggling actually how Guru Maharaj is thinking of doing it, but actually he's doing it. He calls many devotees. He sends mail. He replies. The amount of replies Guru Maharaj gives every week, it's mind-boggling. We are not able to cope with that, with what Guru Maharaj is doing. So I humbly request all of you, please take care of your spiritual life. Please take care of the people who are around you. That is very important. Like Prabhupada said, don't be surprised if people leave. We have to be surprised if the people stay. But the only way people will stay is when there is love and affection, and care for everybody. After all, that's what we're all hankering for. Whether it's in material life or this, everybody is looking for some love and affection and care. And that is what we should do in our society and keep people happy so that they will stay in Krishna consciousness, because Kali Yuga is not easy. Kali Yuga is here to just literally batter all of us out. And especially devotees, when we have declared war against Maya, the attacks are also more. But if we don't have the support system, if we don't have devotees with us, our devotee family with us, it's very difficult to face situations. So we are seeing here, many times that people who come to us, who write to Guru Maharaj with some problem, they don't have a support system. They don't have devotees who are there caring for them. Somehow they've gone out of association. So it's very important for all of us to remain in the association. Always have somebody to guide us, somebody whom we can go and ask a question. The third verse of Nectar of Instruction says, Dadati pratikranati guhyam akhyati. This guhyam akhyati prachiti, if we don't have, then our mind will just take us somewhere else. We must be able to speak our mind to somebody who can give us good counsel, who can give us good understanding of the situation, look at the situation in a little different way. Because Guru Maharaj is always available for all of us. Guru Maharaj's instructions are available to us. We can go back to his instructions, we can go back to his representatives, we can go back to Guru Maharaj also. But we must be ready to take that guidance, whoever it is. So if we keep these things in mind and also help everybody else do that, we'll be pleasing Guru Maharaj in it. Very nice. So I'll stop here. If there is anything anybody wants to ask or anybody has to share something, they can
share. If any devotee is having any questions, it's the time to ask Mataji. And Mataji, as you know, is part of e-care team. So if you have any questions related to that as well, so please, it's the time you can ask.
How many of you have read the Rishikesh month message of Guru Maharaj? How many of you got the message?
One message you got recently, Mataji, like a very long message in which.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how many on this call got it? Can you just raise your hands? Not many? See. So if anybody, just find out, Prabhu, because we are sending mails, but unfortunately, sometimes the emails are wrong. And many people don't see the email at all.
Yeah, ma'am.
So, okay, you're not initiated. But you can still register. You are aspiring. I think Satyam Nayak. Somebody. You're aspiring. You can unmute and.
Yeah, he's aspiring, he mentioned.
Yes,
So,
Mataji, I'm aspiring.
okay. So the problem, Prabhu, I don't know, maybe you can all help from your congregation, is also that when people get aspiration, when people get shelter, the office doesn't get the records. Unless we get the papers, we cannot enter your records. So maybe you are not there on the database also.
No
So
idea, Mataji.
So please make sure that your congregation leader has sent your papers to the office.
For aspiring also, Mataji?
Yes, for aspiring, for shelter,
Okay.
for everything. Aspiring, there is a small form. You can all go to Jayapataka office.com.
Okay.
And you get you have an aspiration paper. You can fill it up, have it signed, and then send it to the office. Your leader can send it to the office.
Will do, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
We can, even soft copy is good enough if you can't send a hard copy.
Thank you, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
So like on this call, Mataji, many initiated devotees are also there. So in case they want to receive emails, but looks like only 2 of us are receiving. Others, I'm not sure, like either their email ID is not there or maybe it's wrong. So if they want to update, is there an option where they can contact JPC?
So I will send you a email address and phone number also. One phone number is there who's dealing with Bangalore. But I don't know if all of the people here are on from Bangalore.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. So best is I'll send you the email address.
Okay.
So people can write into us. We'll check what details we have, because once you send a mail, then we check the email address in our database and update it.
Okay.
So that will be good, and then we will connect with that devotee and update further any other details that.
Sure, ma'am.
So the things, if you read the Rishikesh month message, Guru Maharaj has asked those who want to serve in different ways. So if you all have some time, you have some skills, when we contact you, you can let us know, and then we mark that, and whenever Guru Maharaj needs any specific kind of service, like so many IT services are required, then sometimes doctors for the hospital is coming up. So, if there are some doctors, we can help them to move into Mayapur. Like that, so many services all around the world. So if people have the time, if you're all preaching and you're busy, that's good. But if somebody has some time, translation, transcriptions, helping the media, we need a lot of people with experience of media and video editing, so many things. Like we have a huge team who's doing just translation, transcription of Guru Maharaj lecture and translation in different languages. So lots of services are there, and if you would like to, then when we write to you, when we connect with you, you can let us know. So we will keep all those people in, shortlisted, and whenever Guru Maharaj needs anybody, we generally send him the names.
Yes, sure. Actually, many of us have the desire, like we do some service for Guru Maharaj as well, but we don't find an avenue where we can, tell, okay, I want to do some service. But it's very good. Like you are coming up with such nice ideas, and Guru Maharaj is coming up with such nice ideas where devotees can, come up and say, okay, I can do this service. Please engage. So very nice, Mataji.
Yeah. Just give me a minute, I will share the ID.
Yes, Mataji.
Does anybody else have any question?
Huh? Yeah. This is the part 2. ये अलग है शायद. JPS care is different, I think. ये care अलग है. हाँ. ये लग नहीं रहा किसी को.
Just give me a minute. I want to copy and paste it so that I don't make a mistake.
Yes, sure, Mataji. मैं सर्कुलेट कर देना बट नहीं है.
Okay, sorry about that. Can everybody see that?
Yes, Mataji. JPS-care@jayapataka.com.
Yeah.
So I can also circulate this, Mataji, in all the groups. I am part.
Yeah, you can send it and people can write in to us in case they are not getting the Rishikesh month message.
So even Mataji, can I ask you something?
Yes, yes.
I just spoke to, I'm a part of the Bhakti Shastri course where Ankit Prabhuji is also there. Correct, Prabhuji? Ankit Prabhuji. Correct?
Ankit,
Yes, Prabhuji, the one which Anadi Jagannath Prabhu had started.
Okay.
You're part of that, correct? You took over after Anadi Jagannath Prabhu left the body.
No, Mataji. I am just taking care of Throwback Thursdays in Jagannath Temple. I am
Okay.
part of Hindi group in Jagannath Temple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but I've seen you in the Bhakti Shastri program, which we have Anadi Jagannath Prabhu used to take. I don't know if it's the same thing. Maybe I'm confused.
Okay.
But yesterday I spoke to one of the Matajis, Dr. Vijay Lakshmi. It's just, and she seems desperately in need of e-care, you know. And I'm a very insignificant person over here, and I'm just I'm nowhere in your hierarchy, but I felt very sad, you know. She stays alone. She's a cancer survivor. She's
Oh.
highly diabetic and desperately in need of e-care and hurting. So I don't know how one goes about it. I don't know whether I've jumped the gun. I'm very sorry, but since I've heard Mataji speaking today, I thought maybe God has given me this opportunity to talk.
Which temple is she connected with?
Seshadripuram, Jagannath.
Yeah, I know her, Vijay Lakshmi Mataji. She's a doctor by
Yes,
profession.
but I think she has given up her doctor. She no longer practices, I think.
Okay, okay.
And I think she has issues, you know, but then she's desperate. She's in need of help, you know.
She can write to GPS care.
Yeah, poor thing, Mataji. You know.
Please, this is, you're not insignificant here. We're all here to help Guru Maharaj.
Correct.
Because he needs many hands and legs to reach out to so many people. So it's very nice that you brought up this point, and you can share this email address with her, and she can write to Guru Maharaj.
Yeah, Ankit Prabhu knows her personally. I've not even met her, Mataji.
That's okay. But anyway, this is what we have to do to care for, you know, look around and see who needs help, who needs care.
Thank you so much. I will share it with her.
Yeah. So it's our duty to help Guru Maharaj in this thing. Because sometimes things are so complicated in Kali Yuga, unfortunately. You know, and this is the main problem, that most often people are not feeling cared for, and that's why they leave even Krishna consciousness. You know, when they're young, sometimes they do so much service, but when they're old and they can't do service, then there's nobody to take care of them. But that should not be the case. We should help people. But also many devotees go out of association. You know, it's very difficult then. So there are multiple issues. I mean, we can't blame anybody. This is the nature of Kali Yuga. But also we cannot just not blame anybody and just be complacent. We have to do our part of it, which is what Guru Maharaj wants. He wants to see that everybody is cared for, everybody is practicing Krishna consciousness, so that they can all go back home, back to God. He's there to take everybody back, but we also have to flap our wings. We can't just expect that he will do everything. So thank you very much. This is how we have to look around to see who is not doing well, and give them support, give them some help, whatever we can, and then reach out to either our leaders or to Guru Maharaj. And Guru Maharaj is always there. He is very keen to know what he can do to help alleviate people's problems. So they can write to Guru Maharaj also.
Yes, Mataji. I will share the address with her. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Any other devotee, any question or anything? Okay. So looks like.
Please just remember every day that Guru Maharaj is there, caring for us, praying for us, and we have to do our part so that we can help him do his part. If we don't, you know, like the example of the birds that fly in a formation, you know, the lead bird is giving the support for all the other, but they also have to flap their wings. They can't just be, you know, they'll fall down. So Guru Maharaj is giving us so much facility, so much opportunities, so much mercy, so much blessings. We all have to just learn how to receive it and keep going ahead in our spiritual life. No question of being stagnant. Stagnant means falling down. We have to see every day that we are getting better. And it's a very big challenge in Kali Yuga. But also if we just simply follow Guru Maharaj, we will be able to do that. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. And again, my deep gratitude to Anadi Jagannath Prabhu for his enthusiasm, his compassionate nature and humility. So whenever I recall my meetings with him, it's very inspiring. And many times in times of difficulties, I think how he used to be always smiling and always so enthusiastic. So thank you all also. Thank you all for being here. And I hope the few words that I spoke will be inspiring to all of you.
Yes, Mataji. So we are also very fortunate to have your association today and hear about Guru Maharaj pastimes and your personal experiences and about the care team. Thank you, Mataji, so much for sharing and even sharing the ways so that we can also connect to Guru Maharaj. So I'll circulate this email ID, Mataji, as widely as I can in my groups, wherever I am there. So
please
that
ask them to write so that we can update their contact details. They can also connect with Guru Maharaj. This is an email address that you can connect with Guru Maharaj directly. So basically in our office, we are just sorting the mails and categorizing and sending to Guru Maharaj.
Okay.
So according to priority, sometimes something is very urgent, like that. So Guru Maharaj is created the system for that, so that he can also prioritize, and there is some sense of organization in the mails that he receives.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Much. So we would like to thank Mataji. So I request all we can thank Mataji by chanting one time Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Krishna Mataji, Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam Mataji.